Hello, my friends. John Lee Dumas here. And here we are, module 28, day 28, hosting webinar number 1. This is where things obviously get real. And I mean, this is what we've been working hard for. So let's attack it with confidence. So, why today is the real star? So, everything before today, this was preparation. We were doing all the work, laying the foundation, building the structure, the team, the automations, the system. Today is action. Okay. Ready, set, go, action. Momentum only exists when? Only exists after movement. We have to move. We have to take action. Okay. Momentum is only going to exist after movement. So we're going to move. Live beats perfect. You know how I feel about perfect? Doesn't exist. You know how I feel about perfectionists? They're just substituting the word cowardice for perfectionism because they're saying, I'm a perfectionist. I don't want to launch till it's perfect. That's cowardice. And guess what? It's normal to be scared. It's normal to feel some cowardly feelings. We've all felt them and we will all feel them in the future. That's part of being a human being. But don't say that you're a perfectionist. Just admit that you are scared, you're nervous, you're a coward, and now you're going to rise above it because you have the systems, you have the processes. I'm here for you. You have it. You got this. Let's move. Perfection delays progress. And sometimes perfections, by the way, it's caused so many people to fail. I can't even count the number. So live creates what? Energy, feedback, confidence. And what are the 3 things that we want? Energy, feedback, confidence. So that's why we go live. That's why we're going live. So show up as you are. I don't want any hiding, no re-recording, no polishing. That's why we're not doing a recorded webinar. Those things feel fake. They are kind of fake because there's editing, there's this. Like you've seen me make plenty of mistakes recording these modules and we just power through, okay? We just power through those mistakes. So there's no hiding. There's no re-recording. There's no polishing. You show up as you are and you do what? You just deliver, okay? Like Nike says, just do it. You're going to just deliver. Now, imperfect is expected. Your audience is expecting imperfection. They know that you're live. They know that mistakes can happen. Why do we watch sports live? Because the unexpected can happen, and that's fine. Something will feel off. That's normal. That's growth. That's progress. Nothing's going to feel 100% perfect, okay? I still do webinars after thousands. There's always something I'm like, oh, that feels a little off, or that was a little weird, or that didn't work that well, or that didn't work at all, whatever that might be. So just remember, imperfect is expected. The audience, they're on your side. They're rooting for you. Believe me, they want to see you succeed. They really do. They're not judging, okay? They're there to get value from you. They're learning, they're listening, they're grateful that you showed up. I mean, you are spending your time, your energy, you're sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your area of expertise, your zone of fire with them to solve a problem. You're creating and giving them the number one solution to a real problem in this world. That's so meaningful. They will be so grateful. The CTA matters more live. Okay. The call to action, it matters more live because people know they're in the moment with you. You're there. Your blood, sweat, and tears. You're leaving it on the table right there. You're being emotional. You're being open. You're being vulnerable. The CTA is going to matter more because it's live. Even if everything else feels messy, the CTA, the call to action, it's still going to stand. Even if everything doesn't work perfectly, but you're there and you're trying and you're just being like, hey guys, sorry, this didn't work, or my audio is blah, 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 whatever. But here's the next step. Here's the offer. Clarity will convert. So it's just keep striving for clarity, for transparency, for being genuine. Momentum is the win. Momentum is the win. Okay. Just getting momentum, just getting it going. Just picture this boulder at the top of a hill. Like it's there. It's been there for centuries. You know, it's been there for tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of years, and it will stay there forever unless somebody gets up there and just somehow pushes it. And it's gonna be so hard to get that initial weight to be leaning downhill. But once you do, and gravity takes over and that boulder starts rolling down the hill, nothing stops that momentum. So it's hard to start, and then it's really hard to stop. So the win today is not numbers. The win is that you ran it. If 0 people show up, run it. That's putting the reps. If 3 people show up, deliver your heart out for them. That's a win. Feedback is gold, by the way. You've heard me talk about this throughout the entire module set here. The entire weekly webinar engine's been about feedback, feedback, feedback. Get to the end of the webinar. Have people that are still there live, have them ask questions, do a live Q&A. You're going to learn so much from that. Live reactions, they reveal what works and they reveal what needs refinement. So when you go back to actually study what happens, you're going to be able to use that live feedback in such a powerful way. It can't be simulated. So this is why it's so gold. It cannot be simulated. Now, confidence comes after, okay? You don't feel confident before. You feel nervous. You feel like, okay, what's going to go wrong? Because, you know, what can go wrong usually will go wrong. It's called Audie Murphy's Law. But you feel confident afterwards. I mean, you're going to have this buzz, this high, this excitement. Like if you've never done this before, just wait. Just wait till you're done. Like even if it goes completely terribly, you're going to be like, man, I know how to do it better next time. You're really going to feel that way. And of course, every now and then there's going to be a complete stinker where nothing works and just everything feels off. And you just brush that one off and you move on to the next one. And that's fine too. But for people that have never experienced the feeling of like presenting live in front of people, like maybe on stage in real life or even on a webinar like this, it's such a great rush. And so maybe picture if you've ever been to a karaoke bar, you had that friend, maybe that friend was you, by the way, who didn't want to get up there and sing because like you're not probably a good singer. I'm a terrible singer. But guess what? We still get up and we sing because it's fun. We're not meant to be good. This is not America's Got Talent. This is like, hey, we're just having fun with our friends tonight. And you've all known that person. Again, maybe it was you who got up on stage. They had to be pushed up there and they did not want to do it. But then they sang their song. And guess what? Something clicked. And then as soon as that song was over, they come back to it. They're like, how do I put my name in for another song? Like they want to go back up again and again because that feeling, they're like, that wasn't so bad. In fact, that was fun. And now I have confidence. Like I'm not going to die. So what's your day 28 outcome? By the end of today, you should have what? Hosted your first live webinar. Again, if 0 people show up, if 2 people show up, it's still a live webinar. I don't care. You need to just host this live webinar to get into the rhythm, to put in the reps. Experienced real momentum. That's what will have happened by the end of today. You will have experienced real momentum no matter what happens. You're going to have momentum. And you're proven that you can do this weekly because you're going to see, I have the systems, the processes, the tools, the automations to do this weekly. Now, how do you power your weekly webinar engine? You power it with HighLevel. It's everything you need in one platform. The weekly webinar engine, this course, this runs completely on HighLevel. I'm talking about the funnels, the landing pages, the webinar registrations, reminders, email, SMS, follow-up, calendars and bookings, payments and checkouts, automations that sell while you sleep. Let's go. So sign up to HighLevel, but use my affiliate link because then you're going to get my bonus stack. So highlevelfire.com. You see it right there. Highlevelfire.com. You get a 30-day free trial of HighLevel, which is normally 14 days, a 15-minute strategy call with me. You get weekly live office hours and support. You get funnel templates, webinar registration and reminder flows, follow-up automations. You get conversion-tested email sequences and so much more. So you build once, you run weekly, you compound results. That's how we roll. You got this. Keep going, get that momentum, and we'll catch you on the flip side.